Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you are able to listen to me properly, as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know, guys. No issues. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Good evening. Okay, that's great. Good evening, guys. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So, can somebody let me know how was their day? How was your day, guys? Can you show us some resume of people in deep learning field? So, in August, we will be having some people over and will be who are currently working at various companies. We'll be looking at their resumes, what was their preparation strategy, and everything. So, that is something that I have planned up for you guys in the future. Okay, don't worry about it. Okay, okay. Excellent. Great. Amazing, guys. Amazing. So, can somebody let me know what are the different topics that we have covered in our yesterday's class? What was the topic that we have covered in our yesterday's class? Can somebody let me know that? Thank you so much, Akash. Thank you. Strings, integers, float, boolean, logical operators, comparison operators, concatenation of string type conversion. Great. Okay, data types, string lists. Yes, we started out with lists as well. Okay, okay, amazing, amazing. Okay, we Boolean, data types, lists, formats, great. Typecasting. Okay. Currently, we don't have any bootcamp on Mern, guys. Okay. List a little bit, concatenation of strings. Okay. Strings include mutable, immutable, data types. Great. Learning. Okay, so you guys are able to remember almost most of the stuff that we have covered up yesterday. Today we are going to continue with lists. We'll try to finish off lists. We'll be trying to finish off tuples as well as dictionaries. So these are the three topics that we'll try to finish off today. And then we'll be able to start off with NumPy from our tomorrow's class. Okay, so that will be our aim for today's class. So lists, tuples, and dictionaries. These are the three things that we'll be completing in our today's class. Okay, are you guys excited about it? Please let me know. Oh God, Boolean. Boolean was the true and false values that were there, guys. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. We'll be doing lists, then we'll be moving on to tuples and then dictionaries. So this is what we will be planning off for right now. Okay. Okay, so let's get started, guys. Let me just open up Google Colab. Okay. Once I've opened up Google Colab, we have covered almost most of the stuff right over here. We were on lists. Yeah. So we'll be starting off from right here, guys. As you're able to see, there's a lot that is still remaining. We'll try to make sure that we are able to cover up almost everything by today. Okay. It will be easy, guys. Don't worry about it. Just try to focus upon what I'm teaching and it would be easy. Okay. Okay, great. So let's get started, guys. The first thing that we need to start off is understanding about slicing operations in Python. Okay, in Python lists, what are the slicing operations? So yesterday we looked at something called as the addresses of the elements in the list. Okay, or the indexes of the elements on the list. Give me a second, guys. I will just open up the live chat on my mobile phone. Okay, yeah. So I've started out, I've opened up the live chat as well. So let's get started. The first thing that you need to remember, okay, the first thing that you need to remember is that you are having a list. A list has its indexes at any point of time. Okay, list has indexes. So you are having like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. That will be the indexes of the list. Now, what if I don't want to get the entire list? Now, this list is named as students. This list is named as students. I don't want to get the entire list. I only want to get a particular portion of the list itself. So for doing that, I need a particular portion. Let's say that I just want these two elements. Okay, I just want a list of these two elements. How am I going to get these elements themselves? Okay, how am I going to get these elements itself? So I have to cut the list. So I have to slice the list here and here to be able to get this two elements. Am I right? To slice this elements here and here, the entire list at these two positions, that I'm able to get this particular part of the list. Okay. So what I want to do is, for example, if I wanted to get the first element, then I have to make a slice right over here and then a slice right over here. So whenever you are making a slice at any point of time, okay, to get a particular block of piece of element from right over here, the code that you have to write is exactly like this. So students, okay, then the first element would be the element at which you want to start the new list. The first element would be the element at which you want to start the new list. I want to start this list as the fifth index. I want to start this list at the fifth index. So my first cross is being set up at the index 5. Okay, the first slice that I want to do is at the index 5. So I'll get 5 right over here. The first slice that I want to make, it has index 5. The second slice that I want to make, the second slice that I want to create, so if the first slice is existing on the index 5, where will be the second slice be indexing, guys? At what index will our second slice exist? Can somebody let me know? If the first slice is existing at index 5, then this slice will be existing at which index, guys? Can somebody let me know? 7. That's absolutely clever. If this slice exists on index 5, then this slice will exist on index 7. Am I right? So I want to get it from 5 to 7. That will result to me only in these two elements coming into our new list right over here. Now this is known as the element where you want to start and the element up till where you want to go. You don't want to include this element. You don't want to include this element. This is referred to as the element up till where you want to go. So I want to go up till 7. I don't want to include 7. I want to go up till 7. I don't want to include 7. So this is called as the slicing operation in list. Okay, this is called as the slicing operation in list. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. You guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. So I want to go start at 5. I want to get this particular portion. Okay, I want to get this particular portion of the entire list. So I will be starting at 5. I want to go up till 7. I don't want to include 7. I just want 5 and 6. I'll go up till 7. I will not be including 7. Okay, so I will be writing my, okay, students 5 is to 7. Okay, that's absolutely clever, Mansi. It is list include colon exclude. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Great. So right over here inside our code, as you're able to see, we have a new students array. We are having a new students array right over here. They're having Sam, Pam, Rocky, Austin, Steve, Banner, Tony, Henry, Bruce, Henry, Clark, and Diana. So you're having all these names right over here inside of your students array. Okay. Now I want to get a particular range of the names itself. I want to get the names of, okay, I want to get the name of Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce. Okay, I just want these names. Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce right over here. Okay, I want to get the Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce right over here. Okay, to be able to do that, Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce. So Steve, what is the index of Steve, guys? 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. I want to start at 4. I will go 4, 5, 6, and 7. I want to go up till 7. I don't want to include, I want to get Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce. Okay, I want to go Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce right over here. I don't want to include Henry. So 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is all that I want. Okay, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is all I want. So I'll be starting at 4 and I will be going up till 8. Okay, I will be starting at 4 and I will be going up till 8 because Steve is 4, Banner is 5, Tony is 6, and then you are having Bruce, that is 7. That is Bruce, that is 7. So I want to start from 4. I want to go up till 8. I don't want to include 8. I don't want to include 8. I want to go up till 8. So I will be, if I'm running this particular line of code, I'm running this particular line of code, as you are able to see, we are able to get, so it's connecting me to the code itself. Let me just, so we are able to get Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce as our answer. Okay, Steve, Banner, Tony, and Bruce as our answer. Okay, are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to see this? Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Those who are late in today's class, guys, please start watching the class from the at most starting itself. Okay, so I'm able to understand many of you, almost 100 of you are late right now. Okay. So right over here, you will be starting at 4. So the first index is the element that you want to include, and the next index is the element that you want to go up till. You don't want to include that element. The same thing you can also apply to a string as well. Right over here, you are having a student name as Barry. This is a particular string. You can apply the slicing notation on Barry as well, where each of the characters itself is an element, So you want to start from 1 and then go up till 3. Can somebody let me know what will be the answer, guys? Just try to understand this. We want to start from 1 and we want to go up till 3. How 4,8, not 4,7? Because of our basic IQ. Okay, because of basic IQ. Right over here, if you are telling that, okay, I want to start from 5. Okay, so if this slice denotes 5, then this slice will denote 7. How can it denote 6? If you want to get this slice of the entire list, if this slice denotes 5, then this slice should denote 7. That is the reason we are naming it as we want to include this, I want to exclude this. So 5:7 will be the answer right over here. Okay. So similarly for Barry as well, if I'm having 1:3, we'll be getting 0, 1. That is, we are going to start from A and we are going to go up till 3. That is not including 3. We'll be just having AR as our answer. Okay. We'll be having AR as our answer. So Python is a 0th index language, guys. Okay, Python is a 0th index language. Sam is 0, Pam is 1, Rocky is 2, Steve is 3, Austin is 4. Okay, Steve is 4. Okay. Okay, so as you're able to see, we are getting AR as our answer right over here. So you are able to do the slicing operations on both lists as well as strings. You are able to do slicing operations on both, that is lists as well as strings right over here. Okay. Now what if you want to start from a particular index? Okay, you want to start from 5. Let us say that the new list that you want to create is, you want to start from 5 and you want to go up till the very end. Okay, you want to start from 5 and you want to go up till the very end, guys. So this is the entire list that I want. I want to start from 5 and I want to go up till the very end. Okay, so for that, what you have to do is you have to just like students, and then you have to just mention that you want to start from 5 and you want to go up till the very end. So just this much, nothing more. Okay, just this much, nothing more. So you want to start from 5 and you want to go up till the very end. So you don't need to specify any other number. That basically means if you're just writing 5 and then colon and nothing, that means that you want to go up till the very end of the list itself. You don't want to specify something. Okay, you don't want to specify something. Okay, you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know. Going to start from 5. I want this particular entire list. I want to get this part of the list itself. I want to start from 5 and to go up till the very end of the list itself. So I don't need to know the number. I don't need to know how many like elements are there. I can just specify where I want to start and then nothing. That means that I want to start at 5 and I want to go up till the very end. Guys, this is basic logic. Like there is nothing related to coding right over here. Okay, there's nothing related to coding right over here. Okay, if I'm specifying that where I want to start and I'm not specifying anything at the end, that means that it will be taking me to the very end of the list itself. Okay. Many of you are joining us very late. I've already started explaining it at 5 minutes time period itself. Those who are joining late and have left things out and haven't heard me properly, please go back and start the video from the very starting. Because you are late, it is very difficult for me to repeat everything once again. Okay, I've taught you guys perfectly. Okay, so those who are late, please start the entire video from the very starting point. Okay. Those who are late, because I'm able to see most of the people who are writing the questions, I hadn't seen their messages in the starting of the video itself. So I am able to understand that these people are late in the class. So those who are late, please start from the utmost starting and watch the video once again. Okay. Okay. As far as the AR goes, so many people are so we are having a string called a student as Barry, Barry. So this is a string. Okay, this is a string. If I'm writing student and then 1 is to 3, I'm writing student 1 is to 3. Just like lists, your strings are also indexed. So having 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the index of the string. So I'm starting at 1 and I'm going up till 3. I'm not including 3. I'm starting at 1 and I'm going up till 3. So I will be getting AR as my answer. I will be starting at 1 and I will be going up till 3. That is, I will not be including 3. So I'm getting AR as my answer. Okay. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Manish, there's someone called as Jet Main in the live chat. Just block him up. He's unnecessarily producing problems in the class. Okay. Okay. So right over here, if I'm going back to my code, okay, as you're able to see, if I'm starting from the index 7, okay, let us see what is the index 7. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm starting from Bruce. Okay, I'm starting from Bruce and I'm going up till the very end. I'm starting from 7 and I'm going up till the very end right over here. As you're able to see, we are starting from 7. I'm going up till the very end. So I'm running this particular line of code. You'll be getting Bruce, Henry, Clark, and Diana as your answer. Similarly, this same works for the string as well. So you're having the string as Flash, okay, student. Okay, you're having the student right over here, that is Barry. I want to start from the index 1, that is from A to the very end. I want to start from A to the very end as of this particular point of time. Okay, so right over here, if I'm able to see, we are getting ARRY as our answer. We are getting ARRY as our answer. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Similar to this, if I'm not specifying anything as the first index, okay, if I'm not specifying anything as the first index, in that particular case, the second index is up till where we want to go. We'll start from the starting, that is index 0. We'll start from the starting, that is the 0 index, and we'll go up till the index 4. Okay, it will go up till the index 4. Okay, so for example, right over here, we're starting from 0 because there's nothing specified. 0, 1, 2, and 3. So we'll be going Sam, Pam, Rocky, and Austin. We'll not be including 4. Okay, we will not be including 4. Okay, so as you are able to see right over here, if I'm seeing right over here, if I'm running this line of code, we are getting BAR as our answer and Sam, Pam, Rocky, and Austin as our answer as well. Okay, if you're not specifying anything, you're not specifying any start or the end, that basically means that you want to start from the index 0 and you want to go up till the very end. That is the students list itself. So that is not something that you want to know. Okay, that is not something that you don't want to know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Yeah, you can also put it as 0:4 as well. There's no issues in that. But this is how you correctly write it. Okay. If you're taking an empty slice, that basically means that you're taking up the entire list. You want to start from the starting itself. Okay, that is index 0. And you want to go up till the very end. That means the entire list. So you don't want to do that. Okay. Okay, great. So let's move on from right over here. So Kunj, in every single bootcamp in every class, I'm letting you guys know that I'm not able to get the time to make the video itself. You have to do the exact same project, the Pokemon dataset that we had done in the last class. Just the how to submit the project is left. As soon as I'm getting time, I will be creating it for you. So don't force my hand over this, okay? Okay, great. So the next particular thing that you are having is the len statement. Okay, so we have already seen the len on strings. Okay, can somebody let me know what was the len? We have already seen the len method, that is length method on these strings. What does the length method on these strings do? Please let me know. Can somebody let me know what is the length statement, guys, in strings? The length of that is the number of characters, in a particular string. You can also use the same on lists as well. Students is the list. Student is basically Barry. Okay, so students is list right over here. If you want to get the length of students, okay, now number of elements in the students list, that is Sam is 1, Rocky is 2, Pam is 2, Rocky is 3, Austin is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the length of the list, or the length of the students list, will give us the number of elements in the list, Okay, so if I'm running this little line of code, that is length of students and length of Barry, they'll get 11 and 5 as our answer. For student, it was BARRY, that is 5 characters. For students list, it was 11 names. Okay, it was 11 names right over there. So you can use the length function on lists as well as strings. You can use the length function on lists as well as strings right over there. Okay. The next thing is the membership function. Okay, the next thing is the membership function right over here. So having greeting is equals to hello there. We have created a string called as greeting is equals to hello there right over here. Okay, and we want to check whether her. So what do you mean by membership? Are you a member or something or not? Basically, that is what you are checking. Are you a member of a particular club or not? So let us to be able to do that. Okay, to be able to do that, we're able to see that her in greeting. Is her present in greeting? Just read it as a normal English sentence. Is her present in greeting? Let us check. Wearing HEL, so no HER. So yes, her is present in greeting. Okay, her is present in greeting right over here. So this will return true that yes, her is present in greeting. Okay, this will return true. That is, her is present in greeting. Whereas her not in greeting, we have already checked that yes, her is present in greeting. So this will be false. That her not in greeting, no, her is present in greeting. So this will be false. As you're able to see, the answer will be true and false right over here. The answer would be true and false right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Okay, great. The next thing that we want to look at is print shape AI in students. Okay, students is our list of names. If you remember it correctly, students is our this list of names. Is shape AI present in this list? Are you able to see shape AI present in this particular list? No, shape AI is not present in this list. Shape AI is not a member of this particular list. So as you're able to see from right over here, okay, so shape AI is not present in our list of students. So this will be false. Okay, shape AI in students, no, it is not present. So this will be false. Okay, shape AI not in students, yes, shape AI is not present in our students list. Okay, as you're able to see, it's not present in our students list. So that will be true. Okay, that is, shape AI is not present in our students list. If I'm running this particular line of code, you are able to see that we're getting false and true as our output. If you're getting false and true as our output right over here. Again, guys, those who are coding along with me, don't do that. You will not be able to understand anything. You will be skipping out on lectures and then you'll be saying that, sir, I'm not able to understand. Please don't do that. Listen to me very carefully. Everything that I'm showing to you guys, if you're missing out on a single word of what I'm saying, you won't be able to understand anything. Okay? Okay, so right over here, membership operators basically check whether the left hand side is present in the right hand side or not. Okay, the membership function basically checks whether the left hand side is present inside the right hand side or not. That's it. Okay, is the video lagging? Internet is working perfectly. Like I'm getting like 900, 800 kbps. Is it just the problem with the face cam, or like the video, like audio and the video is perfect? I'm able to see. Because for my phone, it's working perfectly right now. For 1 second or 2 seconds, like something like that. Okay. Are you guys able to listen to me right now? Please let me know, guys. I think so. It should be fine right now. There shouldn't be any issues. The audio is perfect. There's only the problem with the face cam. Okay, if you are not able to see me, that's totally fine. If you are able to hear me properly, that's more than sufficient. Are you guys able to hear me properly? Please let me know, guys. Okay, if it's just a problem with my face cam and you guys are able to listen to me properly, that is more than sufficient. You don't need to look at me. Okay, you need to listen to me properly and you need to see the code. That's it. Okay, so if that is a problem, then that is something that you can sort it out. Okay, and as far as the right now, it shouldn't be lagging anymore. It shouldn't be lagging anymore. I'll just repeat myself once again. So you're having this membership operators, that is in and not in. Okay, these are the membership operators. These basically check whether the left hand side is a member of the right hand side or not. Okay, it basically checks whether the left hand side is a member of the right hand side or not. Right over here, greetings is a particular string. Okay, we want to check if this string her is present in greetings or not. As you're able to see, her is present in greeting right over here, her. So her is present in greeting, so that will be true. Yes, her is present in greeting, so that is true. So this will return true to us. Okay, similarly, her not in greeting, you're getting her not in greeting right over here. So in that particular case, her is present in greeting, as we are able to see. Her is present in greeting, as we are able to see. There's no issues. So her not in greeting would be false. Similar to that, we are having the students list. If you remember it correctly, we have created this students list. As you're able to see, shape AI is not a part of the students list. Okay, shape AI is not a part of the students list. Okay, as you're able to see, shape AI is not a part of this. So we are checking whether shape AI is present in the list or not. So shape AI in students, no. Shape AI is not present in students. Okay, shape AI is not present in students. So this will be false. So shape AI in students, no. Shape AI is not a member of students. So this is false right over here. Similarly, shape AI not in students. Yes, shape AI is not present in students, so that is true. As you're able to see, we are getting false and true as our answer right over here. Okay, the next thing that we need to understand is the concept about mutability and order. So first of all, let's try to understand what is order. Okay, let's try to understand what is order. When you're creating a particular list or you're creating a particular string, okay, if you are creating a string such as Shaurya, when you're creating a particular string called as Shaurya, and then in the memory, it will be exactly saved as Shaurya itself. If you're writing it as Shaurya and saving it, it will be saved at that as well. So S would be at 0th index, H would be at the first index, A would be at the second index, U would be at the third index, R would be at the fourth index, 5 and 6. So if you're writing something like name is equals to Shaurya, you're asking name as 3, then it will give you U itself. It will always give you U and nothing else. Okay, that is called as order. That is whatever you are creating, whatever element that you are creating, whatever object that you are creating, it is getting saved in the memory exactly as that object itself. Exactly at that object itself. If string wasn't ordered, okay, if string wasn't ordered, you are saving Shaurya right over here. You are saving Shaurya. If string wasn't ordered, and if you are saving Shaurya right over here, and you were trying to access the element at index 3, maybe it would have given you A as the answer. Instead of giving you U, it would have given you A, and that will be called as unordered. Lists and strings are ordered in nature. That is the way that you're saving it, the way that you're creating it, that is the exact way it is getting saved as well. That is the exact way that is getting saved as well. That is called as order. That is the order is getting maintained. Whatever order that you're creating of the elements, it is getting maintained right over there as well. Okay. Similar to that, the concept of mutability is that once an object has been created, it can be changed. If you remember, strings are immutable in nature and lists are mutable in nature. Okay, strings are immutable in nature and lists are mutable in nature. For example, if I'm creating a list of 1, 2, 3, not like this. Let us create a list such as S, H, A, U, R. Okay, so this is a list that I've created right over here. Okay, the list that I've created right over here. If I want to, so this will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is the list, okay, that I have created right over here. If I want to access, okay, if I want to modify, so for example, if I'm writing in name, okay, this name list is called as name. If I'm writing name 3 is equals to, let's say, Z. Okay, so this I can modify the elements present in a list. I can modify the elements present in the list. Let us look at this inside the code itself. Okay, so if I'm having this particular list of students, if I'm writing students 2 is equals to Ben, I'm accessing the element as student 2, that is Rocky, and I'm like modifying it to be Ben right over here. If I'm rerunning this particular line of code, you're able to see that now students contain, instead of having Rocky inside the list, we are having Ben. That is, we are able to modify the list itself. That is, list is mutable in nature. We are able to modify it. Okay, we are able to modify it. That is, list is mutable in nature, guys. Okay, list is mutable in nature. That is, we are able to modify it right over there. Similarly, if you are moving to a particular string, we are having BARRY right over here. We are having BARRY right over here. If I'm trying to do the exact same thing, student 1, that is A, I'm trying to change A to E. I'm trying to change A to E. If I'm running this particular line of code, we won't be able to do this. Okay, we won't be able to do this. Why is that the case, guys? Why is that the case? Because strings are immutable in nature. You cannot modify it. Okay, you cannot modify it. Strings are immutable in nature. You cannot modify a particular string. That is the basic meaning of mutability. That is the basic meaning of mutability. Okay, lists, you can modify a particular list. Okay, you can change the elements present in the list. Okay, but inside of a string, you cannot modify it. Okay, you cannot convert it to berry. Okay, you cannot modify a list. That is why strings are immutable in nature, whereas lists are mutable in nature. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand the difference between mutable and immutable, guys? Great, amazing, guys, amazing. Okay, so mutability is about whether or not we can change an object once it has been created. An object like list or strings can be changed, and hence it is called as mutable. Whereas if an object cannot be changed and you have to create a completely new object like strings, then the object is called as immutable in nature. Okay, so for strings, as you're able to see, we cannot just like select a particular element and just change it. Okay, we cannot select a particular element and change it. Okay, so that is not possible right over there. Okay, hence you cannot modify a string. You cannot modify a string, and hence it is called as immutable in nature. Okay, great. Okay, so let's now move to understanding some of the important characteristics, okay, important features, important methods associated with a particular list. Okay, we'll be understanding some of the important methods associated with a particular list. One of the methods we have already seen, the length, okay, to calculate the number of elements present in the list. Okay, the next three is the max, min, and sorted. Okay, the max, as the name suggests, returns the greatest element of the list. Okay, minimum, as the names suggest, returns the minimum element of the list, and sorted basically returns a sorted, like you basically sort the entire thing in descending order. Okay, you sort the entire in ascending order. Okay, so you sort the entire list in ascending order right over there. Okay, so you're having max, that gives you the maximum element of the list, min, that gives you the minimum element of the list, and sorted, that gives you a sorted list. Okay, in the ascending order, you sort all the elements in the ascending order right over there. So let's look at that as well. For example, if you are having a particular, so if you are having a list of integers, okay, if you are having a list of integers or a list of floating point numbers, in that particular case, you know that it will return just the maximum element. How to check maximum, minimum, and sorted, you guys already know that. If I'm having a list of elements, let's say 3, 4, 5, 2, 1, this is my list right over here. If I'm using maximum on this list, I will get 5. If I'm using minimum on this level, I will get 1. If I'm using sorted on this particular list, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But what if this was not about integers or floats, but about strings? What if I'm having a list of strings right over here? Okay, so I'm having a list of, like, say, A, Z, D, E, F. Okay, let's say I'm having this particular list. Okay, how am I going to get the, if I'm using max on this particular list, if I'm using maximum on this particular list, what will be the item that will be returned to me, guys? It will be Z, because Z has the maximum value. Z is to the very right of the ABCD range. Z has the maximum value. So I'll be getting, if I'm using max on this list, I'll be getting Z. Okay, that is the greatest element. If I'm using minimum on this particular list, I will be getting A, because that is the least of this particular element. And if I'm using sorted, then I will be getting A, D, E, F and Z as my sorted list. Okay, I will be getting A, D, E, F and Z as our sorted list. Z is maximum because it has the maximum value. A has the minimum value, Z has the maximum value. Okay, now what if I'm having two elements that have the same elements itself? If I'm having, for example, A, B, A, D, B, A, C, C, A, T, C, A, D. I'm having this particular list. What will happen right over here? Okay, what will happen right over here? First of all, if I'm using the maximum, okay, first of all, if I'm using the maximum, then I know that C has the maximum value. Okay, I will look at just the first elements. Okay, I will just look at the first elements right over here. So I'm having two elements that are having C as the first index. Okay, it has the C at the first index. I'm using maximum right over here. Okay, I'm using maximum right over here. Now I'll look at if both of them are having the first element as the same, first letter as the same element, okay, for character, then I will be looking at the second element. Okay, I will look at the second element. Now the second element is also the same. Okay, second element is also the same. Then I will look at the third. Okay, I will look at the third element. The third element, T is greater than D. So cat is the maximum value. So cat is the maximum value right over here. T is greater than D. So cat is the maximum value right over here. Okay, similar to that, so cat will get at as the maximum. If I want to get the minimum value, that will be A. Okay, that will be A. If I want to sort it out, then the minimum value is A. Then we have to check for bad and back, which will come first. Okay, so I'll check the first element, BB, it's the same. Then having AA is the same. Then having D and C. Okay, so D is greater than C, so we'll be having BAC first, then BAD, then we'll be having CAD, and then CAT right over here. So this will be the sorted element that we'll be having. It will be the sorted element that we'll be having. Okay, if I'm going back to our code, what will be the maximum out of this particular list? Can somebody let me know? What will be the maximum element of this particular list, guys? Can somebody let me know? What will be the maximum element of this particular list, guys? Just apply your brains. Like, this is basic, like, logic. Like, this is not even programming. It's basic logic. What will be the maximum element from this list, guys? Please do let me know. Maximum. I'm asking for maximum, guys. It would be Tony, because T is the maximum value. So it would be Tony. Okay. So the maximum element would be Tony right over there. Okay, what will be the minimum element, guys? The minimum element, please let me know. What will be the minimum element, guys? The minimum element will be Austin. Okay, the minimum element would be Austin right over here. Similarly, if I want to sort the entire thing out, I want to, so for example, the maximum out of this particular string. What will be the maximum out of this particular string, guys? Please do let me know. What will be the maximum out of this particular string? Please let me know, guys. What will be the maximum out of this particular string, guys? Please let me know. What will be the maximum out of this particular string, guys? Please do let me know. It will be Y. Okay, so if I'm running this line of code, you are able to get that. We're getting Tony and Y as our answer right over here. Okay, similarly, if I want to make it sorted, okay, if I want to sort these students, okay, so I'm running this line of code. As you're able to see, we're getting Austin as our lowest, then Banner, then Bruce, then Clark, then Diana, Henry, Pam, Rocky, Sam, Steve, and then Tony. Okay, so this is the sorted list that I'm able to get. Okay, this is the sorted list that I'm able to get. Okay, another useful function that we need to know, the method on lists, is basically lists can also be used to append or concatenate different strings together. Lists can also be used to concatenate different strings together. So for example, if I want to create Jack hyphen O hyphen Lantern, yeah, I want to create Jack hyphen O hyphen Lantern right over there. Karthi Sahai. Okay, if you have capital A and small a, then what will be the maximum? Just try that. Okay, just try it. Okay, for example, right over here, you have a question. So programming is all about trying. Okay, if you have any type of questions like this, for example, just include A and capital A right over here. Okay, so what will be the minimum out of this? Okay, what will be the minimum out of this? Let's see. So it will be capital A. Okay, so the minimum is capital A. So it is the lowest is given to capital letters and then to small letters. Small letters have greater precedence. Okay, if you're getting like small y and capital Y, and then check for maximum right over here. So you're getting the maximum as small y, not capital Y. So it is capital A to capital Y, then small a to small y. That is the precedence. Okay, that is the precedence right over there. Okay, whenever you have a question like this, okay, whenever you are having question like this, so the precedence, okay, again I'm explaining to you guys, the precedence is something like this. You are having the lowest is small a, then you are having, sorry, the lowest is capital A, then you are having capital Y, then greater than that is small a, and the greatest of them is small y. Okay, the greatest of them is small y right over there. Okay, that is how you will be able to get the minimum and the maximum values. Just try to remember this thing correctly. Just try to remember this great thing correctly. First capital letters and then small letters. Okay. Okay, let's move on. So you can use join. Okay, so you are having a string. Okay, you can use string dot join, and this will basically join all the elements present in your list. Okay, it will be joining all the elements inside of your list right over here. Okay, and it will append them together along with this particular hyphen in between them. So I'm running this particular line of code. You'll be able to see that join basically takes all the elements from the list and joins them together using the string as their glue. Okay, the string as the glue right over there. They're having Jack hyphen O hyphen Lantern. You're having a string right over here, SHA. Okay, let's have a string right over here. If you're having this string, then you are able to see that it will be Jack, Shaurya, O, Shaurya, Lantern. Okay, so you're having the entire list of elements. You're having the list of elements right over here, and you can use join to append them together, to concatenate to get them together using this particular separator. Okay, using this particular separator. This string is called as a separator, guys. This string is called as a separator that separates all the elements present in the list. Okay, it creates an entire new string. It creates an entire new string that contains Jack O Lantern have been separated by this separator. That is the use of the join statement. That is the use of the join statement right over here. Okay. So concatenation was used. So concatenation was just to join two strings together. Here you are joining all the strings together in a particular list using a particular separator. So this basically decreases your code. Okay, this basically decreases your code. Okay, great. Now, how to add a particular element up to a particular list? You're having an element list right over here, A, B, C, D. If you want to add a particular element, that is E, you want to add E to this particular list, you can use the append method. This will just append the element at the end of the list itself. You'll just append the element at the end of the list itself. For those who are not able to understand the max element, okay, what you were not able to understand in that, it just returns the maximum element from the list. Okay, it will just return to you the maximum element of the list. Okay, whatever element has the maximum value, that will be returned back to you. Okay, if you not listen to me carefully, just rewind the video back again and just listen to me once again. You will be able to understand it. Okay, so right over here you can use the append method that will basically append the element at the end of the list itself. It will just append the element at the end of the list. So I'm running this particular line of code. You'll be able to see that we are getting a new list that is A, B, C, D and E. Getting a new list is A, B, C, D and E right over here. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. You're just appending an element at the end of the list. Just appending that element at the end of the list, guys. Why Jack Shaurya, not Shaurya Jack? Because that's a separator, not a joiner. Okay, it's a separator. That is a separator that will join the two strings together using. So it's like glue. You cannot apply the glue on top of the page. You have to apply it in the middle of the two pages so that it is able to stick together. Okay, great. Next thing that we are going to start off is the new data structure that we are going to learn, that is tuples. Okay, tuple is another useful container. It is a data type for immutable ordered sequence of elements. They're often used to store related pieces of information. For example, x, y, and z coordinates. The tuples is also an immutable ordered sequence of elements. Tuple is an immutable ordered sequence of elements right over here. Okay, see, why is it needed? Because it is needed. That is why somebody created it. Okay, when you will be programming a lot, right now you are not programming, you're just like learning Python. When you will be programming at any point of time, there will be times when you will have to use it. That is why it exists. Okay, okay, yes. So you can use floats, you can use integers, you can use strings as well. Okay, so right over here you are having tuples, and tuples is an immutable ordered sequence of elements, and it is used to store related pieces of information together. For example, xyz coordinates, these are always stored together. Okay, you are having your latitude and longitude, these are also stored together. You are having height, width, and length of a particular item, that is also stored together. So you are having vector coordinates, that is also stored together. So that is basically these type of data sets that are used to store together at any point of time, and that are basically stored in tuples. For example, this is a vector that we are creating. So creating a vector is extremely simple. You basically put a rounded brackets and then the elements inside of it. That's it. Okay, you have the rounded brackets and the elements inside of it. You can opt to just like do not, you can even opt out of the rounded brackets as well. The rounded brackets aren't compulsory. Okay, you don't always have to put up the round brackets. The code will work absolutely fine without the rounded brackets as well, but it's usually a good practice to put up a rounded bracket so that you are able to specify that this is a tuple. Okay, it's easily identifiable right over there. You can access the elements of a tuple by using the indexes of the elements because it is also ordered. So 0, 1, and 2 will return 4, 5, and 9 back to you. It will return 4, 5, and 9 back to you. We have already seen one of the implementations of tuples previously as well. Okay, in the very beginning, we looked at multiple assignment operator, if you guys remember. The example of multiple assignment operator is nothing else but tuples itself. Okay, these are two tuples. Okay, as I've already told, you don't need to put up rounded brackets to specify that it is a tuple. So you're having a tuple on the left hand side and the tuple on the right hand side as well. And that is how you are able to create the multiple assignment operator. Okay, so this is a tuple of height, length, and width, and another tuple of 3, 6, and 2 right over here. Okay, and tuples are immutable in nature, guys. Okay, tuples are immutable in nature, guys. Okay, so we have already seen an implementation of tuple as well. We have already seen an implementation of tuple as well. Okay, so let's look at one more implementation right over here. This is called as tuple unpacking. Okay, this is called as tuple unpacking. So this is a tuple that we have created 108.7774 comma 92.5556. Okay, so this is how we are able to create a tuple, and I have assigned it to a particular variable called as location. Assigned to a particular variable called as location. Now I can even create a new tuple called as latitude and longitude and then assign it to location. So this is how this is called as tuple unpacking. This is nothing else but basically writing the multiple assignment operator in 2 lines. Okay, this is basically writing the multiple assignment operator in 2 lines. Okay, this is called as the multiple assignment operator, and this basically is called as the tuple unpacking. Okay, this is called as tuple unpacking. Okay, so this is basically the same thing. We are representing it in 2 separate ways. We are doing the exact same thing but in 2 separate ways. Okay, so tuples are immutable in nature. What is immutable? We right now, like just 15 minutes ago, learned about immutability, so I'm not going to repeat that. Basically, tuples are immutable. That is, you cannot modify a tuple. You cannot write something like this, that vector 0 is equals to 5. You cannot modify a tuple. Okay, you cannot modify a tuple. Okay. Okay. Again, Akansha, tuples and lists are not the same because tuples are immutable in nature, whereas lists are mutable in nature. Okay. Okay, so this is called as tuple unpacking, guys, and this is called as multiple assignment operator. Okay, this is called as tuple unpacking. So if I'm running this line of code, latitude will have a value of 108.7774, whereas longitude will have a value of 92.5556 right over here. Okay, this is something that we have already discussed on the very first day, guys. On the very first day, this is something that we have already discussed. Okay, this is something that we have already discussed on the very same first day. Again, tuple and lists are not the same. Please, like, guys, how many times I will have to repeat myself? Lists are mutable in nature, whereas tuples are immutable in nature. So they aren't the same. If they were same, how will I be teaching you tuples separately? Okay. So real life example of tuple, when you are storing vectors, when you are storing coordinates, when you are storing latitude and longitude, multiple assignment operators, tuple unpacking, all these are real life examples of tuples. Okay. Okay. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand up till here? Please let me know, guys. Manisha Reddy, we have already learned about. See, guys, if you're missing out on classes, then there is, because most of the students that I'm saying the doubts of, like, it feels as if you were not visiting the classes, you have not attended any of the previous classes. Manisha is asking about format method. We have already studied in our previous class. It feels very sad to see these type of comments right over there. Okay, next thing that we are going to learn about is dictionary. Okay, a dictionary is a mutable data type that stores mapping of unique keys to values. Okay, dictionaries is basically a mutable data type. Okay, so dictionaries are mutable in nature that stores elements and their atomic numbers. Right over here, we have created a dictionary that stores the elements and their atomic numbers. So when you hear about a dictionary, when you think about a dictionary, what comes to your mind just before Python and everything? If you heard about a dictionary, what would come to your mind? If I tell you guys that, okay, bring me a dictionary, what will you give me? Can somebody let me know? If we're telling you guys to bring me a dictionary, what is the item that you will be giving me, guys? Karti, we are having only 7 days. Whatever I'm teaching is what we are going to use in the project. Okay, it takes almost 20 days to learn Python, just Python. I don't have that kind of time. We only have 7 days in which we have to cover Python, we have to cover NumPy, we have to cover deep learning concepts, we have to implement a project as well. Okay, so whatever I'm currently doing, okay, it is basically based on the project. Whatever concepts will be used in the project, that is what I'm teaching you guys right now. Okay, everything that I'm teaching right now will be coming back into the project, and then I won't be making you guys understand that. I'll be assuming that you already know this. If you're missing out on classes, that is something that will be your problem, your lookout, not mine. Okay. Yes. So whenever I will be asking you guys to bring me a dictionary, you will be bringing me the Oxford dictionary most probably. So the Oxford dictionary basically looks something like this. We have looked at an Oxford dictionary. It will look something like this. And you must have seen that in the Oxford Dictionary itself, on the side of it, you have some markings like this. You have some markings like this. Remember it correctly. On the side of the Oxford Dictionary, you have some markings like this. Then you go on counting. So for example, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, so this is where E exists. Okay, all the words containing starting with the letter E. D, E, F, G. Okay, so this is where O exists. All the words containing with the word O. Okay, starting with the letter O right over there. Okay, so the same concepts goes on in Python as well. Okay, so these markings are basically the key values. Okay, these markings are called as key. Okay, these markings are basically called as key. Okay, where the key is your letter E or your letter O or your letter Z or something like that. These are your key. And when you open that key up, it contains the values. Okay, it contains the values that are all the words starting with the letter O or all the words starting with the letter E. Okay, so the words are the values and the key are the letters themselves. Okay, the words are the values and the words are the values and the letters are the key themselves. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. You are having the key as the letters themselves. So E, O, Z, all these are the key. When you open that key up, it will contain the value, that is all the words starting with that particular letter. The same thing goes on in the dictionary in Python as well. In Python, the dictionaries are represented in curly brackets as key and value pairs. Okay, so key 1 value 1, comma key 2 value 2, comma key 3 value 3, and so on and so forth. So every pair, okay, is one element inside your dictionary. Every pair, that is key value pair, is one element inside your dictionary. For example, right over here we have created our very first dictionary called as elements. That is, hydrogen is 1, helium is 2, carbon is 6 right over here. So this is how you are able to create. So your key is your hydrogen, okay, and your value is 1. Your key is helium, the value associated with it is 2. Your key is basically carbon and the value basically that you are using is 6 right over here. Okay, similarly, moving on from right over there, dictionaries have an immutable keys of any immutable type. Although dictionaries themselves are mutable in nature, right over there, but the key would always be immutable. Okay, so keys need to be immutable in nature itself. Okay, keys needs to be immutable in nature. That is, you can have integers, tuples, strings. Okay, so keys need to be immutable in nature. Please remember that, guys. Keys will always be immutable in nature, but your dictionary is mutable. Your entire dictionary is mutable in nature. You can access, for example, right over here, if you want to access the value of a particular element, okay, if you want to access the value of a particular element, you can do that by mentioning its key. I want to get the value associated with helium. Okay, the key is helium. I want to get the value associated with it. I just have to write elements and then helium right over here. So if I'm running this particular line of code, you'll be able to see that I'm getting the value associated with helium, that is true. Okay, I'm getting the value associated with that particular key, that is helium, that is 2 right over here. Similarly, if I want to add a new element inside our string, okay, inside our dictionary, if I want to add a new element inside our dictionary right over there, I can just create it. I can just create a new key value pair by just writing elements. Then as you're able to see, lithium is not present right over here. Lithium is not present right over here. So the key is basically lithium and the value of associated with lithium is 3. Okay, and the value is associated with that is 3 right over here. So you are having elements, lithium is equals to 3. So you are creating a new element called as you are creating a new entry called as lithium, key as lithium, and the value as 3. So if I am running this line of code, if I am running this line of code, print elements and run. As you're able to see, we have created a new element. We have created a new key value pair, that is your lithium and 3. We're creating a new key value pair, that is lithium and 3 right over here. Are you guys able to see this? Please let me know, guys. You guys able to see this? This is how you are able to create a new key value pair. Again, very easy. Just like the name of the dictionary, the key that you want to create is equals to the value that you want to associate it with. That is how you will be able to create the key value pairs right over there. Again, extremely easy. Okay. Next thing, how can we get to know about whether an element is present in a list or not? Okay, so if I am writing print carbon in elements, is carbon, okay, is carbon present in this particular element, guys? Yes, carbon is present in this particular dictionary. Okay, so this will give you true. Okay, this will give you true. So carbon is, so for example, let us put it up right over here. So print elements dot get. These are the two methods that we need to see. Okay, the membership operator, we already know how it works. Okay, it will basically check whether this key is present in elements or not. Okay, the key is present in elements or not. That is everything that it will be checking. Okay, so if I'm running this particular line of code, you're able to see that is carbon present in elements? Yes, carbon is present in elements, so we are getting true. Is the lithium present in elements? No, the lithium is not present in elements, so we are getting false right over here. Similarly, if you are using elements dot get, okay, carbon, if you are using elements dot get carbon, in that particular case, if carbon is present in that particular dictionary, if carbon is present in that particular dictionary, then it will give you the answer as 6. But as you are able to see, the lithium is not present in the dictionary, so it gives you none as the answer. Okay, yes, you could have used print and then elements, and then you are having the parenthesis, and then you are having the carbon right over here. Okay, and that will also give you 6 as the answer. This will also give you 6 as the answer. But if you try to do the exact same thing, if you do the exact same thing, print elements, and then you are having the lithium right over here, then this will give you an error. Okay, this will give you an error right over here. As you're able to see, guys, we are getting a key error that dilithium is not present in our last line. We're getting an error in this particular line, and hence we rarely use this. Okay, hence we rarely use. You never want your entire code to crash. Okay, this is basically causing your entire code to crash and to burn. You don't want that. You don't want your code to crash if that element is not present. Okay, if you are using the parenthesis, we are using the rounded we're using the squared parenthesis right over here, it will give you an error. As you're able to see, it gives you a key error. You never want an error. That is the reason why we use the get. Okay, we use the get property. The get property basically tells that if that element is not present, if that key is not present inside our dictionary, then just return none. Okay, just return none. Do not crash the entire code. Just return none. Okay, so for example, if you don't want none to be returned, if you want something else, for example, if you want to return that the key is not present in the dictionary, if you want this statement to be returned back to you instead of none, you want the answer to be this key is not present in the dictionary. So you can just put up another attribute to this particular get method, that is this key is not present in the dictionary. So if you are running this line of code, instead of getting none as the answer, you'll be getting this key is not present in the dictionary. Instead of getting none as the answer, it will give you this key is not present in the dictionary. So this is called as the default value. It's called as the default value. It can be anything. Okay, it can be anything. Okay, it's called as a default value. Basically, if the answer is going to be none, if this is not present in the dictionary, if this key is not present in the dictionary, instead of returning none, return this particular whatever you want to return. Okay, if you want to return D, you return D. That's totally up to you. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know, guys. Are Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. And this is the reason why we rarely use the square brackets, because it causes an error. It's always better to get none as the answer rather than to get the error. It's always better to get none as the answer rather than getting an error at the end of the day. Okay, so always use the get method. Okay, so we've covered everything that we require to know to start out with our project. Okay, tomorrow we are going to start off with NumPy. Okay, tomorrow we'll be finishing off with NumPy as well. So please be on time, guys. Do not be, even if you're 5 minutes late, you're skipping out on the first half of the class and you will not be able to understand what I'm teaching. So please don't be late, guys. Okay, please be on time. Also, I'm creating your attendance link. Up to that point of time, please do like the video, guys. Okay, for those who are joining us right now, please do like the video. Up to that point of time, I'm just creating your attendance link. Okay, were you able to understand everything, guys? Please do let me know. Six was the value associated with your code. Okay, 6 was the value associated with it. That is the reason why 6 was coming on to your screens. I'm just creating your attendance link, guys. Up till that point of time, please do like the video, guys. If it is present in the list, as you're able to see, if it is present in the list, then we get the value associated with that. So elements.get carbon. Carbon is present in the dictionary. Carbon is present in the dictionary. Okay. So it will give you the value associated with that particular element. It will give you the value associated with that particular key. Okay. Okay. Creating your QR code, guys. Up to that point of time, please do like the video, guys. This is the today's QR code. You can go ahead and scan the same for the attendance. Okay. Okay. So we'll end the class right over here. We'll meet tomorrow, guys, again at the same time. And then we will move further with that. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you.